All right, we are live and direct. You already know what it is. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, back at you once again with another great man of God media TV conversation. Up late night, Saturday night. I gotta talk about this. I got a couple of videos I gotta knock out. I want to do this live stream first, and then there's a couple of reaction videos I want to do. So be on the lookout for those videos. But I got to talk about this, man. Joe McKnight being basically executed, lynched, and this suspected white supremacist, Ronald Gasser, is walking scot free. So I really have to make sense of this. I really have to make sense of this, and I want to talk about this, man. Before I start on my commentary, if you're new to this live stream, if you're new to this channel, once again, my name is Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist. On this channel that you're watching right now, right live right now, I talk about counter racism. I also talk about issues that affect Black people collectively as a group, and I offer my suggestions on how to replace this broken system of injustice, this broken system of racism, which is white supremacy, with a system of justice. So if you subscribe to that ideology, please subscribe to this channel. If you don't, go ahead and subscribe anyway. It's just another view count for me. Go ahead and hate watch. Go ahead and troll. It doesn't bother me at all. Just subscribe. Anyway, yeah, this another legalized execution, justifiable homicide of this by a suspected white supremacist, or you can call him a vigilante race soldier, whatever the case may be, man. White guy walks scot free. And yeah, I want to talk about this, man. Listen, it's late night, so I just want to knock these videos out, but excuse some of the pauses because I'm trying to fight through my sleepy voice. But anyway, Joe McKnight was a promising football player who wanted to get back into the NFL. I'm kind of reading the article as I'm chatting with you guys. And basically, this suspected white supremacist, Ronald Gasser, they had a road rage incident, and it ended up being that the road rage incident was so enraging, this suspected white supremacist shot and killed Joe McKnight in broad daylight. Me turn it on into my monitor so you guys can see this guy. Look at this guy's face. This is Ronald Gasser right here. Just look at this guy's face. Look at his posture. I mean, it's just completely no remorse. And this is the inner thoughts of a suspected white supremacist. This is the inner thought of the people who voted in Donald Trump in office. You have these kind of inner thoughts that, not overt racism or not overt suspected white supremacist thoughts, but covert, right? So these thoughts are just basically implanted in their mind. Wanted to mistreat, dominate, execute, disenfranchise, subjugate Black people in this country. And this is one of the guys that you're dealing with right now, Ronald Gasser. So, when I read about the article yesterday, I wanted to talk about it, so I'm talking about it now. But I was like, help me make sense of this. I was asking myself, help me make sense of this. And the person or the scholars that I go to, the master teachers that I go to help me make sense of this, one of them is Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. And she talks about in her book, The ISIS Papers, I have a PDF copy also, that this is what she says about the raging war on black males in America. And, you know, she wrote this in the 80s. And of course, you know, this kind of thing continues to happen and is still relevant to this day. Let me read this paragraph by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing in the book ISIS Papers. This is under the chapter Justifiable Homicides. Our black collective today has no greater understanding of this war and the phenomenon of justifiable homicide than it did when black males were being lynched and castrated daily 100 years ago in the period of Reconstruction or reestablishment of white supremacy following the Civil War. Nor does the black collective have a greater understanding of the current open hunting season on black males than it did 2 and 3 decades ago. All right. That pretty much sums it up right there, family. You know, we're at war. We're at war. This guy is able to walk scot-free because the state of Louisiana they supposedly have the stand your ground law. And so this guy, Ronald Gasser, is claiming stand your ground. Just like that damn white supremacist George Zimmerman, who claimed stand your ground by killing an unarmed black teenager in Trayvon Martin. Another unarmed black male shot and killed by a suspected white supremacist, Ronald Gasser. So again, this is a trend that's going to continue to happen. And I'm going to read another paragraph of Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. These are the things I always tell people about how do you deal with this kind of stuff. But let me read this paragraph real quick. It says, because we really do not understand what is going on, in our impotence and ignorance, in our powerlessness and frustration, we start getting mad, fussing, crying, rhyming, begging with picket signs, rioting in misdirection, hooping and hollering, moaning in our churches, and preparing again to vote for any white man who smiles at us even though he lies to us. These behaviors are all absolutely useless. Such behaviors are in vain and will take us nowhere. They will all come to naught, and the war will simply continue and intensify. Man, that's powerful. Just reading those two paragraphs right there. She helps me make sense of what's going on, man. This is, you know, because before I fell into consciousness, I would be in church praying. Oh man, just praying and hoping for the best, and reading my Bible and all that stuff. And now that I'm further into my consciousness, into understanding self-knowledge and Black history and stuff like that, people like Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, Amos Wilson, Dr. Claude Anderson, I can name a whole lot of master teachers. I refer to their works, their great works, to keep myself centered. It's always great to just study the master teachers, study the actual sources. All right, study the source of these Black intellectuals. But anyway, what she said, what Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said is completely true, man. I mean, every time we turn around, every time someone gets shot and killed, it's the same goddamn cycle, right? Same cycle. We cry, we beg, we pray, we march. There's a riot, right? Goes to trial. The guy doesn't get charged. He walks. We cry for justice, right? Same cycle. The family starts a nonprofit or whatever. They try to seek justice, right? And the cycle just continues to happen. It's just an endless cycle of the continuous onslaught and execution of Black people in this country. You know, it's a pretty unfortunate incident, but it's a normal incident. We've become normalized. We are in a state where we're constantly at war. All right. We're constantly at war, and many Black people just don't even know that we're at war. They just don't know. You know, the story with, that psychopath white supremacist Dylan Roof, who shot and killed in Charleston, South Carolina, who shot and killed those men and women at the church. The families, the victims, of the people that were killed, they were begging for forgiveness. I forgive you. I forgive you, to that psychopath white supremacist Dylan Roof. And to, all of these white supremacists who have the same views as a Dylan Roof, he's held as a god in their eyes. He is a complete god. They look up to him, even though this guy's like, what, 20, 21, 22? Young. But these white supremacists, I read all the comments in these white supremacist boards. I go to these sites and I read to understand their ideology and what they're talking about. He's held as a god. All right. So this is what Black people need to understand. I mean, you can't let your religious beliefs hold you back and pacify your thoughts. The first thing you got to understand and do is seek justice. Okay? Whenever somebody is getting shot and killed and mistreated, subjugated, etc., seek justice first. That's the first and foremost thing. Everything else does not matter. Seek justice. Don't ask for no forgiveness. Matter of fact, you can ask for forgiveness, but do it in private. Don't ever say that in public. All right. If you are in a situation where your family members are shot and killed by a vigilante race soldier, a suspected race soldier, don't play the forgiveness game in public. Do that in private. All right. Don't ever do that in public, but seek justice. Always say that in public. Seek justice and understand to these white mainstream media outlets that Black people are at war, and we have been at war ever since 1619 in Jamestown, Virginia, where the first slave set foot on U.S. soil. Just that simple. Just that simple. So this is a fresh story that happened in Louisiana. And this is an ongoing story. So right now he's not charged. This suspected white supremacist Gasser, Ronald Gasser, he's not been charged. Right? He's able to be used the stand your ground law. Okay. Now, once this thing goes to trial, these damn white supremacists, the same damn game always happens. They say, I was in fear of my life. And just in this case, it was a road rage incident, even though, the story is still ongoing and we're still waiting for the quote unquote facts to come out. The narrative of this damn suspected white supremacist is he's going to say he was in fear of his life and he had no choice but to kill him because the big black man was trying to kill him. See, that's the game that these suspected white supremacists love to play. I was in fear of my life. I had to kill this black man. I had to kill this black woman. I had to kill this black child because they were going to kill me. And like Dr. Francis Cress Wilson said, we are at an ongoing war. They don't care if you're a woman, a man, a child, an elderly. You will be shot and killed in their system. Just that simple. You'll be shot and killed in their system. So, it is what it is, family. It's a system that we live in. a system of injustice, a system of racism, white supremacy that we continue to live in till this day. Now, again, my personal ideology is to separate from the dominant white society. That's my ideology. Now, these white supremacists, these suspected white supremacists will use that against me and say, well, damn, you're a racist, you're divisive, et cetera, right? And they're going to be like, well, you know, you're against, you know, living with other ethnic groups, et cetera, et cetera. Well, guess what? Black people collectively as a group, we have a so-called spending power of over $1.1 trillion. So that $1.1 trillion goes to mostly non-Black businesses. So if we contribute that $1.1 trillion to mostly Black businesses, that will stimulate and empower our Black economy. That's the whole purpose of separating, is to have our own economy. It's that simple. We need to have our own economy, our own nation. And that's my personal ideology. All right. That's just me. But back to the story that, like I said, we're at war. We're going to continue to be at war. And most Black people don't understand that we are at war. They don't know and don't understand what's going on. And the first method of reaction to a situation like this is to cry and pray. That's what most Black people normally do, is cry and pray. All right. Now, those reactions, there's nothing wrong with those reactions, but those are the reactions that Black people mostly do. The immediate thing you need to do after that is seek justice. Don't, like I said, don't ask for no forgiveness in public. Seek justice. All right. Seek justice and make sure this guy gets punished to the full extent of the law, no matter what kind of dumbass logic reason, which of course he's going to say that the big black man tried to kill me, or I was in fear of my life, therefore I had to kill him. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. This Ronald Gasser guy needs to be punished to the full extent of the law. Bottom line. Bottom line. All right, so family, I just wanted to make this quick video live stream because, like I said, I'm going to be working on other videos as we speak. As soon as I go offline, I'm going to be doing other reaction videos, so I'll be on the lookout for those. I just want to knock these videos out. I put up a couple other videos. An old video I shot with Dr. Umar Johnson a couple years ago. That's a re-upload. And then y'all need to check out that powerful documentary, or like mini interview of George Fraser, Dr. George C. Fraser, man. He was breaking down economics for the Black community. Yeah, check that video out. It's powerful. Powerful. But anyway, family, I'm going to sign out. I'm going to work on these other videos and have them uploaded for you guys. Appreciate you guys for watching me live. Other than that, be on the lookout for the next videos. Until then, I'm signing out. Chauncey, aka the Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.